Recently, we all saw that on the 5th of August, on the eve of 1 year completion of abrogation of Article 370 in Jammu and Kashmir, Pakistan released its new political map, including the territory of Jammu and Kashmir and Sar Creek and Junagadh. Friends, today I am going to talk about Indo-Pak relations. So for this particular lecture, firstly I will be covering the background, followed by the major wars and conflict. I will also talk about some confidence building measures or peace agreements between the two nations, followed by some terrorist organizations and terrorist attacks on India. We will also talk about some current progress that has been taken since 2019 and at the end way forward. So friends, let's begin. We all know that after the dissolution of British Raj in 1947, the two sovereign nations were formed as a result of two nation theory by Muhammad Ali Jinnah. So India became a secular democratic nation, whereas Pakistan became an Islamic republic. But some states, including Jammu and Kashmir, Junagadh and Hyderabad, they were not able to decide whether they want to go with India or Pakistan. But lately we conquered the territory of Hyderabad and Junagadh by military power. But Kashmir was not deciding whether they join which union. But in the meanwhile, the Pakistan invaded a state of Jammu and Kashmir, and the Maharaja Hari Singh asked the help of India. As a result of, they signed the instrument of accession and it becomes the part of India. And when our Prime Minister of India, Jawaharlal Nehru, took this matter to the United Nations, and since then it is a global matter and matter of international concern. And friends, now talking about some major wars and conflict, then for just one place, the Kashmir, we have fought major wars, the four major wars, the firstly in 1947, followed by the 1965 Indo-Pak War. Lately, we fought the 1971 Indo-Pak and Bangladesh Liberation War and 1999 Kargil War. But after every war, India took an initiative to normalize the situation. For example, after 1948, the India took a ceasefire, Karachi ceasefire agreement, and lately after 1965, the Tashkent agreement was signed. Later on, after the war of 1971, India signed an agreement, the Simla Accord, under which India returned the 93,000 Pakistani soldiers which were on the captivity of India, and also we returned the territory of Pakistan which were under the Indian military occupation. And lately, we also, after the 1999 Kargil War, our Prime Minister of India, Atal Bihari Vajpayee, visited Pakistan and signed the Lahore Declaration, and under which the people-to-people contact was increased by the bus services between India and Pakistan. But we never get the good response from Pakistan, but we only get the deceit and betrayal from Pakistan. After the 1999, the Lahore Declaration, we had seen a major terrorist attack on Indian Parliament in 2001 by Lashkar-e-Taiba and Jaish-e-Mohammed. Friends, now moving to the terrorist organization on major attacks done on India. So friends, after losing 4 wars from India, now Pakistan have realized that it is hard to face India on battleground. But now they have adopted a new policy, the policy of 1,000 cuts. They want to bleed India by small thousands of cuts, and by the help of state-sponsored terrorism, by the help of cross-border terrorism. Friends, the cross-border terrorism is the highest form of strategy to bleed a nation by small attacks, by sending proxy rebellion into the territory of India. The terrorist organizations such as Lashkar-e-Taiba, Jaish-e-Mohammed, Hizbul Mujahideen, they all are infamous terrorist organizations and UN designated organizations. But Pakistan has given them the safe haven. The Lashkar-e-Taiba chief Hafiz Saeed and Jaish-e-Mohammed chief Masood Azhar, they are responsible for about more than 90% of the major terrorist attacks done in India. Talking from the 2001 Parliament attack, lately in the 2008 the Mumbai terrorist attack, Taj Hotel terrorist attack, and later on in 2015 Gurdaspur attack, and in 2016 Uri and Pathankot attack, and the most recent one, the Pulwama attack in the year 2019, which also had the hands of Jaish-e-Mohammed. So, but now talking about some current progress, and after the attack of 2019, India and Pakistan, they do not have any bilateral trade and bilateral talk, because India now has taken an aggressive stance that no talk with terror. if Pakistan wants to come on the ground of table, then they will have to first end the terrorism from their own state, and they will have to stop funding and the sponsoring terrorism to the territory of India. Today, India and Pakistan bilateral trade is just below 2 billion US dollar per year. In fact, the Pakistan is our immediate neighbor, but still we have a very poor trade relations. Now, the recent measures that has been taken from India and Pakistan, that creation of Kartarpur corridor, which will give a passage to the Sikh pilgrimage for going into Pakistan, Darbar Sahib Gurudwara, which is also the last resting place of founder of Sikhism, the Guru Nanak Dev. Now, talking about some way forward, here I would like to say that we all know that Pakistan does not have a good political system. They have the majority of power holder is Pakistani army, and the Pakistani government, they have a very less and minute power. So Pakistan, state of Pakistan needs and require the immediate political reform, and we will have to increase the people to people contact by promoting soft diplomacy, and leaders of both the nations, they will have to understand that after all we all are neighborhood, and the trade is the only way to improve the relations, because it also improves the people to people contact. And this is all in this lecture. That's all. Thank you.